Happy Saturday, friends. It is Melissa with Junk and Craft Treasures on the Junk and Craft Treasures page and the Decoupage Central page tonight. So welcome. Happy Saturday. I normally don't go live on Saturday nights, but I had a fun project that I want to do with you guys and do a couple of them. So I figured what better night than to hang out on a Saturday night, guys. So I hope y'all are having a fantastic weekend so far. We have, 5 more weekends until Christmas, which is right around the corner. So we're just going to work on some fun projects tonight. Some of y'all already have these molds. If you don't, you may want to grab them. So I'm going to make sure that we are posted everywhere that we need to be posted, guys. As you're coming on, say hello. And if we're not posted where we are, I may hop off real quick and get back on, but hopefully we are everywhere we need to be. Hello, Brenda. How are you, sweetheart? Let's see. Okay, I see myself over here. So we are where we're supposed to be tonight. Y'all, if you follow me at all, Tuesday night, I was supposed to be cross-posted on the Decoupage Central page, and I was not. So I talked to Jonelle and asked her if I could do another live on Saturday, and she said absolutely. So, hey, Pat. Hey, Chris. Hello, Janet. So who all signed up for the ornament challenge and or exchange, and who all got their matches today? I got my match, and I'm super, super excited. So I'm gonna probably work on that probably tomorrow or Monday. Hey Heidi, how are you? Hey Judy, good to see you. Okay guys, so tonight we're gonna work with the cloche molds. Y'all have seen me work with these one-on-one in the past, but we're gonna do something a little bit different than I've done before. So stick around. If you can't stick around, come back and catch the replay. Hey Terry, hello Dominica, Nikki. I don't know why I tried to pronounce your name, my friend. Okay. So we're both places. Hey, Margaret. I'm doing good, Brenda. I had a headache earlier, but I am doing better. So y'all may have seen me post this beautiful cloche the other night. Give me some hearts if y'all saw me post this. I'm going to show you what I ended up turning this into, and we're going to make some fun projects and do the same thing tonight. Hey, Susan and Tabby. You got your match today, Nikki? Awesome. I love it. Yeah, you know, I am not sure if I know the person that I got matched up with, so I'm a little bit nervous because I'm like, I hope they like what I make them. Hey, Joyce Ann. All right, guys, so real quick, I'm going to recap how we got to this point, and then we will go from there. You should have gotten an email, Janet. If you didn't get an email, send a private message over to Jonelle at Decoupage Central, and she can help you out with that, or info@decoupagecentral.com, and she can help you get your match if for some reason you didn't get that email. Okay, so we are using the cloche molds tonight. Hey Anne, how are you, dear? So we get 3 in the set. Of course, these are IOD. Hey Jessica. Hello Eleanor, how are you? And I'm also maybe gonna use some of the frames, okay? And so what I did was I used a clear resin of an A and B, okay? Y'all have seen me use the casting resin, which sets up in about 10 minutes and turns white in like a minute. This right here takes about 12 hours. It is really good for non-yellowing clear resin, okay? Thank you, Brenda. So it's A and B equal parts. I have tested a couple over the last couple months, and this is a brand I really like. It's called Let's Resin. It's about $25 for, 17 ounces of each of these. So, and they come together in a pack. So you get A and B. And so far I've done probably about 15 total cloches and still have some left, okay? So just to let you know where that is and how we came about that. So you'll pour it in here, equal amounts A and B, and then you will take it out, pop it out in about 12 to 24 hours, okay? So I obviously did all of that before the live because I want to actually work on the project and they're clear. Now, I've had a lot of y'all ask me about the cloudiness of these. So when you pop them out, they are cloudy, okay? Even though it's clear resin. And that's because of the type of mold that it is. It just shows, like, this side's gonna be a little more shiny, okay? You can kind of see my comments there. And then this side is more cloudy. But when we put our top coat on it, we get this. And then I have to show y'all this one because this is kind of what we're gonna do tonight too. But see, then we go to that shiny see-through, okay? So let me pull this one. When we pop it out, it's gonna be cloudy, but there's the difference. Can y'all see the difference there? Give me some hearts, because y'all know that's how I communicate with y'all, but can you see the difference of when I pop it out versus my top coat or my epoxy on the exact same mold? I hope y'all can see that on screen. Hey, Jamie, how are you, my friend? Thank you, Jana. Okay, so super pretty. When we pop it out, it's gonna look like this. When we put our top coat or any type of, this is actually has a top coat and some epoxy on the top. Okay, so what I use on mine is, it's just a high-tech glossy varnish, or I use UV resin to seal it, okay? So it really depends on what I am putting over the top of it, but I wanna show y'all, because I had a lot of people in my video that came after me, they're like, you used clear resin, but it is not clear. I'm gonna show you, it's gonna turn clear. It's gonna look just like this, okay? So don't let this intimidate you, because we can get this, okay? So now to what I'm super excited about. Hey Kathy. And I'm not saying run out and buy these specific ones by any means, but are y'all ready? Like little drum roll. I'm not gonna do that because I may wake some people up. Hey Lolly, how are you? Okay, so this is the one we did. Do not pay attention to how bad the back looks, but we got these little outlets, okay? And these particular ones come with a little metal piece that goes around. Let me see if one doesn't already have it in there. Okay, so we've already taken the metal piece off of this wood outlet. Y'all, look at that. We now have an outlet. Don't look at the back, like I said, that was kind of a test. But we have to go into our outlet. It has a light bulb. The light bulb goes in it. And this one, of course, you're not gonna see through as much, because I did go ahead and paint the backside a dark color, but it still has a night light that illuminates from the side. Who is excited about this option with your cloches? I am super stoked. The reason I went for the metal is because A, I'm married to an electrician, and this can pop on and off, and this metal piece has nothing to do with this part down here that heats up in the outlet, so it's never gonna touch the part that's heating. Does that make sense? So let me know if you have any questions. That's why I opted for this. And then if I want, I can change them out, because it's not actually glued to this specific one, okay? Now granted, we would have to get more of these little brad thingies, but see, and then if we have an outlet that's weird, we can kind of turn it this way. We can position it how we want. How adorable is that, y'all? And I'll show y'all real quick, and then we'll get started on making some of these. Like I said, this particular pack came with some light bulbs, and I don't know if y'all got the clue. When I posted it, I had some illuminating light behind it. So that was kind of like a little teaser of what we were doing. But anyway, so the light bulb goes in like this, and then I got the wrong one, but we'll switch it out. We have some E6000 on the back, and then we pop it in, and then we have our light bulb right here. Okay? Hey, Mary. Oh, you are good, my friend. I'm just showing something that I'm super excited about. I did get these off of Amazon. I'm sure you could get them any like a home store. Not sure you understand it. Okay, so this is going to go in our outlet, like in a bathroom or kitchen. This one's going to go in the kitchen, actually. And then you're going to be able to see through it as a nightlight on this particular one that's clear, or the light will shine off the sides of this particular one as a nightlight. So they're basically nightlights, Kathy. So I hope that makes sense. So we're gonna get started. We're gonna make some, y'all, and then I will take pictures in the dark with them on there. I think you probably could, Kimberly, you could. And I've seen some of them where they're actually like glued to this piece, and that kind of just, I don't want to say it scared me, but I was like, it depends what kind of glue, if the glue gets hot, things like that. So at least this can pop off and you can even interchange them. So that's what I liked about these. They came with 4 in a pack, and I think they were like $8, something like that. But like I said, I'm not pushing a particular brand, whatever you work with the electrical in your house, things like that. But that's what we're doing for ours. So got a couple ideas. So let's do some fun things with these, y'all. So all I need to do on this is just on the bottom here, I'll glue the back of this, and where we can have that metal piece, we'll let it dry. I sure will, Heidi. We'll let it dry for about 24 hours, and then we'll be able to clip that on there. So this one is actually going to be for the kitchen for the holiday time, because it's got the plum pudding. I just thought it was super cute, and it matches our kitchen. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna use some of the gilded transfers. I sure will, Debbie. Do you have an attachment for those? Are you talking like the metal? They all came as a kit. I'm not sure. Drop me a message if I didn't answer it. But we're gonna use these gilded transfers that came out. We've got some of the like the little, what do you call those? Y'all help me. Pine needles, things like that. And then we've got our bakery things. And then we've just got like our puddings, our pumpkin cookies, all of that stuff. So we're going to do one in gold. And then we're going to do one with some flowers, kind of like the other background, to show y'all how I got that background. And maybe another one. So we'll see. Hey, Linda. Okay. So I think, and see, this is what I'm talking about. It's got all different things. It's got letters. It's got these pretty pieces right here. I've already used all the gold ones on other projects, so I don't have you to show that in gold. But I think what I want to use, so how I'm going to judge, and I'm going to lose a little bit of this, but not a lot. I think what we're going to do is, I kind of like the pumpkin cookies. We're going to use the pumpkin cookies on here. It's going to cut off a little bit on the sides, but we can always use that for something else or not use it at all, y'all. Depends on what our project looks like. But I think it's going to be really cute with the writing. We'll have a little decorative edge and a little bit down there at the bottom. If I wanted to, which I have this other one that we did the church on, like this tree would be super pretty. We could use, oh, that's actually really pretty on that one. I was going to use some flowers, but I may, hang on, y'all. I got to decide what I want to do here. Ooh, I really like that in the silver. Y'all, I always do gold. Do y'all want me to do a silver project tonight? I know I always do gold, but do y'all want me to do a silver? Y'all let me know. I can do silver or gold. Y'all let me know which one y'all want. Y'all let me know. Silver or gold. And we'll go from there. Because I've got 2 options here. I got a lot of options because I got a lot of cloches, obviously. Because I can make as many of them as I want to because I got the molds. But for this project tonight, do y'all want to see silver or gold? Y'all, this is what happens when I rust all day. I become a smart aleck with myself. I know the tree is pretty. I see silver. So then I gotta decide. Silver, silver, everybody's saying silver. Do we want to do vanilla fudge or festive candy? Vanilla fudge or festive candy? You know what, Judy? We'll do silver on this and we can do gold with the flowers. That might be pretty. Do we want vanilla fudge or festive candy? That is our dilemma. Which one do we want? I kind of like both of them, so at some point I'll do both of them, but I don't know which one I want to do. y'all, decisions in life. Let's do the festive candy because that's going to be super cute. Okay. Not that the other one's not going to be super cute, but this one's going to be really cute. And festive candy is anytime. Valentine's Day, but it does say Mrs. Claus on it. Hello, Luann. How are you, my friend? We are, y'all, you missed the beginning of this. Y'all, does anybody want to tell her what we actually made these cloches into? Tell Luann what we made these cloches into. And y'all, you could do it with all kinds of different, you could do it with the frame molds. That would be adorable with the frame, one of the frame molds. Trying to think what else we could do that with. The snow globes, of course, we could do that with that. Okay, so we're gonna do festive candy. And remember, guys, just as this is what it looks like when it comes out. It comes out cloudy. This is the clear. Okay? Two totally different looks. So, what I'm going to do, I've already cleaned my surface, but because I want to show you step by step, I'm going to show you what I do. So, I've got some 99% alcohol. Isopropyl alcohol, not drinking alcohol. And I'm just gonna wipe it down and just make sure that we are got everything off of there and good to go. Okay, not necessary, but we put, I'm gonna show you real quick. So we have, I don't know where I put the other one that I put together. Oh, here it is. So we did the cloches. They have a little silver piece that comes with them on here, Luann. And I attach the silver to the back and we just pop that in there. And I think I'm actually going to use some Rub and Buff and color this bottom so it's not white, so it matches. But we have a little night light, and this one, of course, will illuminate off the sides. The clear one will shine through the clear, and that. Yes, the cloudiness turns clear when we put our top coat on it. So it's going to get, I keep putting stuff on it, but it's going to become where you can see through it. So you can see my face through it. Yep, you sure can, Kimberly. Yep, just something to kind of rub it down. I do not have a, it comes, all of these come with like a little, what do you call it? Varnishing tool. I don't know where mine is. These are so easy, y'all. I'm going to use like a little popsicle stick type thing. But I'm going to paint it first. I'm ahead of myself. I'm so ready to go and show you how I got that look. Okay, so let me get some black paint. Because we're going to do silver. So I'm doing black. Okay. So I'm just going to take, and I'm going to paint the bottom of this black. You could use black Rub and Buff. It will take longer. We're just going to come through and we're going to do 2 coats. If you wanted to use like some Dixie Belle Bonding Boss or something, any chalk paint, you'll be fine. And this is going to be the bottom, y'all. So trust the process. I always say that. I just really want to give y'all some options. And of course, y'all know I've done a million of these with rice papers. I just want to kind of show y'all with the transfers tonight. Just to get how to get those cool looks. Hey, Paula. Right. I'm just taking a one of the small stencil brushes just because it fits really good into all the nooks and crannies. Always use your brushes for multiple purposes, that's for sure. So let's get, like I said, we're going to do 2 coats of our black. So this is just our initial. I got to get my glasses for this fine part here. Yes, and so like I said at the beginning, we did use clear resin. I used the Let's resin. I like it. I know Brenda is using a certain kind that hasn't yellowed on her. I told her to let me know how she likes it, so I can recommend that. I used to use fast casting clear a long time ago, and I'm talking like 6 years ago, and it used to yellow on me in about 5 months. So that is why I do not use that particular resin, because it always yellowed on me. Okay, so again, just painting that bottom. No, I am just using Fusion Mineral, but if you want to use a chalk paint, you only need 1 coat, but since I'm using Fusion Mineral, we will do 2 coats of this, but chalk paint will have a better adhesion on that clear, but y'all know me. I like my Fusion for everything. And I don't think I have a black chalk paint, to be honest. Okay, so got my first coats on there. I'm gonna dry that real quick, and then I'll put my second coat on there. It's called Let's Resin, L-E-T-S resin, A&D. Looks like this. I got it off Amazon. I want to say it was $22 for A&D. It is a lot cheaper than art resin, and it has less bubbles when I pour it. Art resin, I love art resin for the top of my projects and glass projects, but when it comes to the molds, because they're a little bit deeper, this product all day long compared to the art resin. I think, my personal opinion, different resins work better for different things, and that's just my opinion. Okay, so I got a little bit of black paint on my clear. So we're gonna do the same thing that we did with that alcohol, y'all. I was hoping that it wasn't dry. And just wipe that off. Not a big deal. The 90% gets off pretty much anything. But we're gonna wipe that off with our alcohol. I say that. There we go. And then it's back. No more paint on there. So I use my alcohol for any boo-boos that I may make. And trust me, I make them. Yes, absolutely. Where did I put it? These right here. And they are available at Decoupage Central, guys. Exclamation DC will take you, and then it's COLCHE. So if you do exclamation DC, I do get an affiliate income for that, for Ambassador. And she does free shipping at $35. I was going to also tell y'all, she does have this set of transfers on Black Friday special. So these are on sale right now too, guys. And then again, free shipping at $35. So if you need any rice papers or anything, you can always throw those in at the end. Okay, so we've got that dry. 1 coat is a little bit see-through, but not completely see-through, just so y'all can see that. I didn't make the globes on the live because they take about 12 hours to cure to be able to use, so I did them in advance, but I do have a reel that I posted on Thursday that shows exactly how I did it. So I do have that over on my page. Yay! Well, I hope this gives you some ideas, because we're definitely going to do 2 tonight. Because once I get this part done, it goes really fast. That was weird. Oh, I guess Terry's on the phone. I was like, is somebody in the house? That's funny. He's laughing. Okay. He's probably laughing at me. Okay. Let me get this little bit off before it dries. Second coat. Much darker. Oh, thank you, Gina. I'm excited y'all are here. And y'all, I'm still going to be here tomorrow, too. I'm going to be on tomorrow at 1. I'm going to finally, if I can find them, on tomorrow's live, I am finally going to make me one of those big ornaments out of the punch bowls. That's what I want to do tomorrow. I got to start working on some of my big things for my yard. Because like I said, we only got 5 Saturdays left, and that's counting today. Okay. So let me get to that. Because we're not going to use black again. Well, we might use black with the gold. I don't know. Let's get the skin dry. Does anybody have any questions? And y'all, if I don't answer your questions, leave them in the comments, or somebody can probably answer them while I'm looking down. And I'm going to save the rub and buff until I have done the transfer. That way you can see what the black would look like with the silver, and then adding the silver to it, okay? That way you can see both options. All right, again, still cloudy because we haven't put our top coat on there. Kind of got some more fingerprints on there, so I'm gonna clean it one more time. Oh, thank you, Trula. How are you, dear? Remember, I got ahead of myself earlier. I was ready to put this on before I got there. All right, let that dry real quick. Get all my fingerprints off the front before we put this down. How do I have silver on there? That's on the back. Gotta be. Yep. Okay. So we're gonna use this one right here. Peel it back just like we would a transfer. I'll put my glasses on so I can see. And I am going to cut up just a little bit right here. And not all of it's gonna fit on there. And I know, yes, rub and buff is available in silver, and that is what we're gonna use here in just a second. All right, so I'm gonna try to lay that down as close as I can to straight. And like I said, not all of it's gonna fit, but you are gonna still make it cute. Okay. Again, I don't have my little tool from IOD, but this will work. I still need my glasses on. Oh, y'all, I got one other thing to show y'all. So I did this as an experiment. So this one's really fancy. I actually poured it, and I'll show you on the back. I put glass inside of that resin, and then I put one of the little gold gilding transfers on it, and then sealed it with the resin. Like the nightlight with this is going to be gorgeous because it's going to have those gold flakes that shine through. But I know it looks like a lot right there because it's got a lot going on, but so pretty. Oh, still need glasses. When I look at y'all, I don't need my glasses, but when I look down, I need them. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of hold this up. And I'm using my popsicle stick, which I know is ridiculous, but it's gonna work. See, it works. Hey, Marta, how are you, dear? One day I'm gonna figure out why when I say hi to everybody, my voice goes up an octave. And then comes right back down. I'll figure that out one day, I promise. I guess I just get excited. Oh, thanks, Anne. Like I said, it's gonna look a little bit different. Is it actually a look that I wanna do all the time? Probably not, but just for the festive holidays with that glass in there is really pretty. Now, I don't know if y'all can tell, I am barely rubbing on this silver. Barely any pressure, and it's coming right off. I thought I had it centered, not 100%, but close enough. Yep, use what we've got. You know it, girlfriend. I think they're in the living room. I got stuff in the living room. I've got stuff in the craft room. I've got stuff in the garage. I got stuff everywhere, y'all. Do y'all have that problem too, or is it just me? I know, right, Becca? I just get that extra octave level up. And y'all were asking where that church came from. It was with the partridge transfers. So that is where that church came from. It was at the bottom of this sheet right here. It was down here by our little goose For those that asked, I forgot to answer that earlier. Hope she's still on that asked that. I think I've got all of that. I just think these are gonna look like cute in the kitchen and the dining room area for the holidays, for sure. Oh, y'all, that can't get any cuter. Look at that. Oh, y'all, what do y'all think? Oh my stars. Okay, so this is before we put our top coat and all of this stuff on there, and I did get it centered. Y'all, I can't even. I'm gonna have to do like a million of these with the gold and the silver, because I just think that these are, even though they're not made for the cloches, I think they go perfect. I love that. So this is its sister. We've got the plum pudding coated. Oh, and this is a good example too, y'all. So this is before we have our clear coat. See the difference? How you can't see through this one and you can see through this one. So there's our difference there. Okay, now it won't work on Decoupage Central page, Nikki, but I will go through and put it on there. It only works on my page on the command. But I know if y'all put it there, loving it, you want the silver. I know it looks so freaking pretty. Okay, so this is black. This is all black with the silver, which would be gorgeous, just like this. You know what would be pretty on here? The Spanish copper over that black would be really pretty, but we're gonna use silver. I told y'all we were gonna use silver. We're gonna use silver. I'm gonna find my silver. I know I have silver because I use silver, so let me find it. It's right here. No worries. I got it. We got silver. And I still have some of that lovely silver detail that I didn't use that I can use on something else. So I'm gonna save that. Put it on the right side. See what I'm talking about? I still have some of that silver I can use. So that would be really pretty, like around a piece of decoupage paper. But let me put that up there so I don't mess it up. Okay. We're gonna grab silver, rub and buff. I know, it depends, y'all, and that would be gorgeous in the cloudy. I know some people like it really, really clear, crystal clear. It would be really pretty with the cloudy with the night light through it. So pretty. Now, whenever I do silver, don't laugh, but sometimes it comes out a little runny. I don't know why. See, it just kind of has a little bit of run, so I always put a little bit down. I don't know why it does that, but every time I use silver. Okay, then I'm gonna take, let's take a clean one for this. Eye makeup, what do you call it? Eye shadow liner, is that what I'm trying to say? That you put on your eyes? I don't want to put my rubber buff on there. Okay, so then I'll put my glasses back on so I can see. I really like it in the black, y'all, so it's really, I'm kind of having a dilemma of putting silver on there with it, but I want to show y'all what it looks like. So we're just gonna add a little bit of silver, and as always, a little bit goes a long way, y'all. Okay, I'm not regretting it. Not regretting it at all. Okay. So I'm hitting those high points with my makeup brush. Oh, what do y'all think? Oh my stars. Okay, let's do the top. I'm gonna do the edge too. I gotta do the edges. Especially since it's at nightlight. I gotta do those edges. Just go around the edge. probably not going to see this as much, but you love it. Hey, Erin. No, the other one I did. This one I have not. Now, the reason I put the black under the silver, which you're finding out now, is it's going to help that silver pop, okay? Because if we just did it all silver, we couldn't pick up the detail like I just did. So that's why I did the black. So it looks like a pewter. Who else thinks that kind of looks like a pewter color? Okay, so I'm going to show you a gloss, and then we're going to do the epoxy just because I love to do the epoxy over it. I'm going to show you the difference. So I'm going to use my clear varnish. Any glossy clear varnish will work. Doesn't have to be anything special. Be careful on the brush you use when you use your varnishes, because if you do not use the right kind of brush, and this is not the right kind of brush, but I've kind of gotten used to it, you're going to have brush stroke lines, and we don't want brush stroke lines in our varnish. So just for this purpose, we're going to use a sponge, okay? I am live. You know how I always say don't do what I do sometimes? Well, we'll do it right. So I'm going to put it on my plate. Just a little. I take my sponge. That way I don't have any brush stroke lines. And then I'm just going to start. And I'm going to show you half of it so you can see what I'm talking about. Half with the varnish, half cloudy. And you'll see that. Varnish, no varnish. I know it's hard with that light. Varnish, no varnish. That probably made it worse. Okay, and then we'll do the other side. And I'll normally do one coat of this and let it dry. So we're gonna let it dry and do its thing, okay? If you want it to look clear, if that makes sense. If you want that clear instead of the cloudy, because this is what it looks like without it on there. So if you want the clear, just put a clear shiny varnish and you're good. All right, let's do another one. Oh, awesome, Judy. I'm glad you are here. Okay, so let's do this one. I want to do flowers on this one, and I'm still going to do the background we did on the other one too. We've got plenty of time, y'all. Because we've already had these poured. So, y'all, I can't tell you. I want to do the other one on here, but I want to do a non-Christmas one too. So, I have these pretty flowers from one of the sets back in the spring that I used some of it and still had some left. So we've got these gorgeous flowers. So we're going to put some on here, on the other one, on one of the ones. Just going to wipe it down. And I did it again because I want to color it first, y'all. I keep wiping them down before I do it. It takes about 12 hours. About 12 hours to cure. What color? I said I was going to do this one in gold. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to do a black bottom, but we're going to do it with gold with these flowers. Since I've got this out. So this one's going to be a little bit different design. Whereas the other one was the exact same design because I wanted to show you all the difference. Gotta put on my glasses. All of these transfers are from Decoupage Central. So if you hit exclamation DC, it will take you over to the Decoupage Central page and just type in the word transfers, or if you want, just put the word transfers here and I will drop the link for you after the live. And this is where the molds came from too, y'all. And again, if you want to use these clear, absolutely use the whole thing clear and just put the rub and buff over the high spots. I just have found with experiment that it looks a little bit better with some type of base coat. Even if you're doing gold, like a gold base coat would be pretty. It helps it. I just got to kind of concentrate because we've got leaves and stuff on here. And a lot of detail. I can't be my normal messy sloppy painter that I am. Y'all, because y'all know I can be messy. I did put down this piece of board so y'all could maybe see it a little bit better when I was working on it. When it's down. Almost there, y'all. And then I'll dry this, we'll put our transfer, and then I'll show you how to make that cool background. And we're gonna go ahead and epoxy. I'm gonna go ahead and put some UV resin over these. Don't have to because we put that top coat, but I'm gonna go ahead and put some UV resin on them because I like them really, really shiny. And I'm gonna show you how to get that cool effect background on the other. And then we'll be done. So who's excited about tonight's live? In the oil, in the rub and buff water. I don't know what it is. I don't know. It only does it to me on the silver. So I don't know. And they may be old. I had one, I had some black. And let me tell you, it got hard on me, so I probably didn't use that one enough. I had it for like 3 years, but okay. Silver base coat with red brick rub and buff. What is red brick? Is there a red rub and buff that I do not know about? Hey Denise. Yeah, I'm obsessed with, you know how sometimes you have to find like the right project for different things? Like these gilded transfers on these as nightlights in the kitchen for the holidays are like, oh, love it. Yeah, I am super excited about that. It doesn't even have to be a nightlight. It's just something that's decorative. We've got our decorative Christmas trees with lights and stuff. Why can't we have other pretty things with lights even all year? Why can't we do that? I'm going to start doing that more frequently. I'll have to do a live in the dark. That would go real well. I'd probably end up falling. Y'all know me. I would. Oh, I love it. I love it. That is awesome, Helen. I've done a lot of other projects with the casting resin, with the decoupage and stuff. So I think those videos are over on YouTube. And this one will be uploaded to YouTube as well. So I'm getting better about that, y'all. I'm trying within 24 hours to upload everything over to YouTube as well. So if you miss it over here, you definitely will be able to find it over there forever. And I've learned how to flip the camera for YouTube too. Super bonus. So even though I'm backwards over here, I can now flip it over there and it does it the right way, y'all. So it's the little things. It is the little things. Okay, lid. lid right in front of me. That's why I can't find things, guys, because they're right in front of me. Okay, so if you're interested in the gilded transfers, comment transfers if you don't want to do an exclamation DC, and I will send you that. Like I said, they are on sale right now too for Black Friday. So, okay. And remember, we're going gold with this. So it looks dark right now, but it's going to lighten up. But if you want to do anything in the black and the cloches, y'all, for not even for Halloween, like super, super cool with the black. Just like the other one, not all of my flour is going to go on here. I just have to decide what all I want to be on here. Hey, Susan. So I am thinking, let's see here, how I want, I gotta lay it just right. So what I'm going to do, now this is a different type of transfer, so I do need a transfer tool for that, so I better look for that real quick before I set this down, because I got my essential stencil one that'll work. That's like I'm not going to be able to put it down with a popsicle like I did the other one. Okay, so I'm going to put, I have a method to my madness here. I am going to put another flower down here too. I just want to get some of it down and around. Okay. So cute. Had to make sure it was doing what I wanted it to do, y'all. Oh, that was paint. I had paint on here, y'all, and I'm like, why is that not burnishing? Because it's paint. It's not going to burnish. Good gravy. I was trying. I was trying to get that black paint on there. Okay. So, we have our flour. Now, you'll notice I've got a little bit of the transfer right here, but that's fine because we are going to put I answered you on that the other night, Susan. They were $30 including shipping. So the shipping was like $11. So about $20. Sorry you didn't see that comment, my friend. So, but the rub and buff's going to go right there. Pick up that detail. So not going to be a problem. I'm just going to kind of take my finger over this. Sometimes you'll have a little bit of glue on these. So I'm taking my finger and wiping off the glue on these. All of the glue on the transfers does a little bit different, but this one is good enough that you can just take your, or not good enough, but thick enough that your finger will just rub it right off. So let me grab that. I'm just gonna really get that in there, right there. Okay, so got our pretty flower decor. Now we're gonna go back and put our gold over it. I'm being good. I've been putting up my stuff, y'all. Okay. I want to do, we could do gold leaf, would be really pretty, but let's go ahead. Let's do gold leaf. I normally do the other. We'll do gold. We'll do the gold leaf. You are welcome, my friend. Sorry you didn't see that message. Facebook is so weird. We never know. Never know. That one had a little bit of the moisture too. I don't know what that is, y'all, but it's a thing. I didn't want that much on there. Glasses. Gotta have glasses for detail. I know y'all are probably getting tired of me putting them on my head and taking them off. Now, I am not, I gotta get down there on that just a little bit. Because it didn't do like I wanted it to do. I thought we were gonna be okay, but hang on. I'm gonna take that off right here. I'm gonna try. Hang on. Worst case scenario, I'm gonna go back over it with my black because I don't want that detail to pop. And y'all know we can paint over transfers. So let me get that detail real quick right here without messing up that transfer. Easy fix. Like I said, guys, there's never any mistakes when we do stuff like this because it's always a teaching lesson too. If we have something that doesn't go right, we can show you how to fix it so you don't have to figure it out on your own. So all I did with that transfer was I just went and put some black paint over it and then I'm going to put that gold on it. So we'll go back over it. Ah, much better. Okay. I just wanted that detail to pop a little bit more, and with that transfer it wasn't happening. I thought it was going to be okay, but it wasn't. All right, I think I'm good with that. Let me see. One area there. See if we got enough to do the top. And we do. Perfect. All right. What do y'all think? Ah, so pretty. Okay, so we are going to put our top coat on that. Well, actually, hang on. I think I'm just gonna skip and do the other one for that for y'all. Okay, and then we'll do the background and we'll be done. So we got 3 projects done with me yapping like crazy. Or we will, and coated. Okay, so what I want to do, y'all see me do this before, but again, we are cloudy on here, but I'm going to take my, make sure my plates don't fall. Something wants to fall. No, you know what that was? That was my reminder to grab my gloves for this. That's what that was. It said, put those gloves on, Melissa, because you are fixing to make a mess. So we're going to put them on. Anytime lately that I've been dealing with, because I am going to make a mess on this, y'all, the UV resin, and I want to move it around in different spots, I'm going to make a mess. So we're going to put on our gloves. For the glossy, any type of glossy, I have like a high gloss acrylic varnish. I've got some Liquitex high varnish. I've got pouring resin. I have all kinds of different stuff that I use. So just as long as it's glossy, you're fine. There's not a specific one. Okay, so we're going to use some UV resin on this particular one. It is Let's Resin, UV resin. I don't know where my cup is. That's another reason I got my gloves on. Dang it, here's my little stir stick. Hang on. I put the plate down so I don't make a huge mess. I'm good. I got my little crate to prop it up on. Let's see here. Okay, so I know I've got a lot going on right there. Hang on. So I've got it on my plate because I'm gonna make a mess. I know what's gonna happen because I'm messy. I'm gonna just pour it right on here. And this is why I have my plate down. I'm gonna take this little, what do you call it, silicone thing, and I'm gonna push it down here and all around. So the other one was just a brush on that we did with a sponge brush. This is an actual UV, and we've already done clear resin, so this is just gonna make it super, super shiny. You can do this over your casting resin as well, just to give like that bubble halo effect. I'm dripping off the sides, but that's why I got my plate down. So I'll turn it this way so it can run the opposite direction. This is why I got my gloves on, in case I stick my finger in anything, which ironically I haven't yet, which is very rare. See, now we're dripping just a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and do the bottom. I wasn't, but I changed my mind. I'm gonna resin the whole thing, just so y'all can see what it would look like. Okay, so let's see if we can get it. Get a little bit more right in here. I won't have to use my finger, but I'm gonna need to use my finger. Haven't wasted but a little droplet here and there, which is good. Now, if you wanted to do this with like the clear resin that we did the molds with, you would have to let that sit for 24 hours, 12 to 24 hours again. So this, and if I had my little cup, I could like dip it, but I don't have my cup, y'all. So I had to make it hard on myself. But I've worked with resin a lot that it doesn't scare me as much as it used to. I know it scares some people a lot, but it's not scary. All right, so all I'm gonna do is take my finger, now that I've got it pretty much everywhere. I'm not gonna do the very, very top. Okay, turn on. And I'm just gonna hold it for just a second, and then I will set it on something. So this is a UV light. It's gonna help it cure pretty quick. I'm just gonna get it to where it's not gonna run on me, and then I'll set it down, y'all. And I'm gonna do the other one too. If you get any on the back, oh, that's what I was gonna show y'all. Forgot, I'll do it on this one. I was gonna say, so you don't get anything on the back, it's best to tape off the back. So I'll show you how to do that here in a second. Did I miss a little spot? I did, hang on. Let's fix that real quick. That's what happens when you don't have your glasses on. Let me get it away from that light for a second. I'm kind of rolling it, y'all, around, since I already put that light on there and I missed that one spot, but I don't want the UV light to set it just yet. And I'm that person that can turn it off. Let's turn it off while I do that. Hang on. That makes more sense. Y'all, I swear, sometimes I think for y'all because I don't do it right all the time. A little bit more right here. needed to get that one little spot. See, so like I said, I'm not scared of resin because normally I would have been petrified to do that, of messing it up, but the UV is a little more forgiving in that respect. Just get it over here. Pull it down. Worst case scenario, we'll go back and put another coat on it and we'll be good. But I think we're good now. Okay. I know this is like the boring part, y'all. And actually we got enough on there that we can do this. And let that cure. Okay. And let's take the one that we already put the top coat on, but I just want to make it extra shiny. So I'm going to do the same thing over here. And I'm going to use my finger because this is the last one like this. Like I said, not scared of it like I used to be. Do got hair in it though. Okay. That went a little bit quicker. So let's see, I got one bubble. Let's pop that bubble. I know y'all are like, what in the world? Yep, it works. Works that easy, y'all. Dripping some off the side. And I was going to show y'all how to tape it, and I still didn't tape it. If you tape the back with frog tape, and you go to do this, if you get any on the back that hardens, you can take it off with the frog tape. I did not do that. But I was going to show y'all that, but I didn't. Let that do its thing. Put that right there. All right, one more project, y'all. Get these nasty gloves off. Turn that back on. I was going to show y'all how to get that cool effect in the background. And then let me plug in my glue gun. I'm going to go ahead and do one of the backs for y'all real quick as well. Okay. So what I'm thinking, just as a little, I have a little one that I did with the frames, like the little frames. And they have like these cute little stockings and rocking horses and stuff, and I thought it'd be just cute to have one of the ornaments hang down, or a rocking horse. Let's use one of the ornaments. And I know it's kind of hard to see, so I'm gonna put it right here maybe. We are gonna paint, let's see, let me put the lid on this. Let's paint, do I have my green? Hang on. I knew it fell earlier. Okay. Let's do a fun little green gold around the edges. Does my glue gun on? Yeah, okay. Different brush. We'll do that brush. So I'm gonna take this clear one and I'm gonna do it. Do they have a mirror paint you can paint on the back? Absolutely. You can spray paint any type of the spray paint mirrors on the back. Absolutely. So I'm just painting some green around the edges. We'll add some gold, but I want the center to be clear because we're gonna do a fun background on it. It's gonna be smaller than the one that I did on the other one, but it's still gonna show you how to achieve it. This is small, I need my glasses, y'all. Teeny tiny. But it's pretty, that's for sure. What I'll probably do with this one is I will drill a hole in the top and put a piece of wire through it and hang it on the tree. I've got one of those little jewelry drills, and they work great on the resin. I wasn't gonna do that, but I think I'm gonna go ahead real quick and paint the circles. Remember what I told y'all about the alcohol? If you get any paint where you don't want it, that is definitely gonna be used in a second around those edges because I didn't tape them off. And we've got those deep little beaded holes. I'm just gonna go around. But I don't want to paint it green, so. Okay, so see how I have like the little green that's overlapped onto that clear? We're just gonna take a paper towel and some alcohol, and we're gonna go around those edges and it's gonna come right off. Easy to fix. And I'm really, it looks like I'm using a lot of alcohol, but I'm really not. It just expands. After you add your resin, yes, I haven't had to do that, but I guess you could. No, you gotta do the part with alcohol in it. It would help if it was dry because I didn't have it dry before I did that, so that kind of defeats the purpose. But hang on, y'all, I'm making a mess now. It was on the back side. I was like, where did all of that come from? That was weird. Sloppy Melissa. That's okay though. Shows you how to fix things, right, y'all? I'm gonna have to put some more on there because I evidently got a lot of paint on there. I'm all like, no big deal. I got so much paint on here. It's not even funny. Y'all, I turned it like an olive color. You know what I did? I didn't let it dry before I tried to take it off. And that caused some issues. But we're going to be okay. Alright, I got that off. Goodness gracious. We might still have a little green tint, but we'll be okay. Maybe. I don't know. That looks bad. Hang on, y'all. Water. I think I had something on my shop towel too. I've used that a couple times. I may end up getting another one because I may have messed this one up a little bit too much for y'all. I should have dried it. Yes, it does. But I didn't have it dry, so I spread it a little bit more, if that makes sense, like an idiot. But you know what? It happens. It happens. I'm gonna try it one more time with a clean spot, and we will be good. And I can't tell you how many times, Marta, that I have had to use this to get off big rub and bug problems. And it works. There we go. Works really well. I just apparently had too much wet green on my brush. Huh, okay. I'm happy now, y'all. I was like, why is that not coming off? Much better. Okay, so for our cool center, I think these are dry. Pretty close. Pretty close. Let's move it like that. We're just gonna put this on here, hanging down. Get all the way up to the top. Cool. That green with that green and then add some gold is going to be really pretty. I'm just afraid my transfer is going to pop off. So let me get this bottom part. Have our little green ornament on there, super cute. Now we're gonna flip it over. We're gonna do, where's another brush? I think I may have enough white in here. Take a little bit of white. Let's take a little bit. We're gonna use some gold. We'll use gold on the back. Okay, so all I'm gonna do, you could use a sponge brush if you wanted to, or a regular brush. This has some of that gloss in it, but it's gonna be okay. And I'm gonna sponge on part of it, and I'm going to leave part of it exposed for this first coat, okay? So, let me see. It may work on this, it may not. I may have too much green. It may not work like I want it to because I may have too much green on that side, y'all. But it's still going to darken it, so we're going to be good. And then what I say, gold. Some gold. And you can use whatever colors you want. On that one I did, I had some blue and some pink, like a sunset. And we're gonna put, yeah, it's not gonna show through because of that, dadgummit. Well, let me show you. I got another one somewhere, hang on. We'll use, what's this one? Okay, so if we have this for the back, we're gonna do, see how that white shows through? So we're gonna do a little bit of white. We're gonna do a little bit of gold. Even do some green. Just gonna get this on here. No rhyme or reason. Okay, and then I'm gonna go over it all. I'm gonna have to use another transfer, but we're gonna be okay. Because I wanna show you what it looks like. So, see how we've kind of got that faded look right there? We're not done yet, but stand by. I just gonna put solid black on the other one so it works, but I wanna show you how to do the cool background, y'all. So I'm gonna get that part done. It's gonna happen. Okay, so we've got a little bit of that. Then I'm gonna take a piece of sandpaper. I guess this is okay. And sand the back just a little bit. So it's gonna expose some of it again to where and I know you can't see right now, but see how we've kind of got that? And then we can put another color. So I'm going to put green in there, and it's going to pick up to kind of give us some green in that background. Remember, we are going to paint this where we can see through it. So right now we don't see it all the way. We've got this cool background. So let's do, what can I do really, really quick? Let's just do a gold rub and buff on it and we'll be fine. Let me take, let's do the swan. Why not, right? Why not? I'll make this one an ornament too. I'll make this one an ornament. And I'm using my transfer, so that's even better in my opinion. I don't know if this is the right direction. Yep, okay. Sorry that other one I messed up, y'all. I did that. That was all me. I didn't let my green dry before I started spreading it around on that resin. Y'all, we're at that point where it's cool outside, but it's not cool in the house because there's no air running. Whew, I'm hot. Okay, so we've got our little swan on there with our cool little background. And I'm gonna actually go through with, why rush it now? What's another 5 minutes, right, y'all? Let's do a pretty white around this outside. And show you what it would look like from start to finish. Y'all hung on this long, I gotta finish. I will be back on tomorrow at 1. Don't worry, I'm only doing 1 project tomorrow, not 3. But a Saturday night's easier for me to do 3 projects than a weeknight too, y'all. Even Friday nights, because I'm tired from the weekday. Like I said, I had a headache this morning, so I rested and got rid of that headache. And now I'm ready to go. And Terry's gonna be like, I'm ready for bed. Okay. Super cute. Okay, so we did that white around it, and see how we've got that gold popping through on that background? You don't have anywhere to be on December 6th. Girl, if I'm here till December 6th, we got problems. Whew, that means Melissa is really on the struggle bus. Let me get that dry real quick. I think that's already, I know that's dry. Let me turn that off. Don't get it near the alcohol though. That would be my. Oh, I love it, Kimberly. And I'll have you know, the swan was not even what I intended to be on here, but you know what? I'm good with it. I'm going to show you these real quick. I probably resined them to the thing. Okay. Oh, I was getting a little nervous there. All right. So here is this one. Shiny, shiny. Gonna be pretty as a nightlight. And this is why I put them on here, just in case there is a little bit, then I can sand that off. And then here is this one right here. And I'm just gonna let them sit there, finish doing their thing. Those turned out really pretty. Oh, you're good, Jeannie. You are good, my friend. All right, so then let's take a little rubber buff around the edge and put our thing to make it pop, and we'll be good. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me tonight. Appreciate it. And I'm gonna finish. I can kind of, you know what? I can kind of see that. Let me finish this one out while I'm on it. Hang on. Let me finish the side real quick while I'm here. That way it's done. And there's nothing else I need to do to it. I'm going to be able to see that gold through there, I'm pretty sure. Y'all just see what I did? I painted the back and then I laid it down. Oh, Janet, I am so sorry. Oh, my goodness. You got my prayers, my friend. All right, let's see here. Can't believe I just did that. Where is my gold? Y'all, I stuck my paint in there. Let's do a little bit of gold. I'm in a gold mood tonight, even though we did a silver. And this is what happens when you don't have your glasses on. This poor little Christmas bulb. Still cute though. Poor little Christmas gold bulb got a little bit more gold than I wanted, so let me fix that on the other side too. We'll just add a little bit more, make it look like it was a happy accent. It's a miracle what you can see when you put your glasses on too. Jeez. Okay. There we go. I like that better. What do y'all think? Super cute. And then let's put a little gold on the detail up here. I love white and this gold together. It's like my favorite combination. Edge. I'm in the concentration phase, y'all. Almost there. Almost done. Okay. So we've got that gold around there. We've got the gold in the background. So let me show you real quick. Move these over. Let's put them right here for now. Finish doing their thing. That way I've got that. And I'm gonna pour. Got another glove. I have another glove. There go my brushes. I knew something was gonna fall at some point, but that's okay. Oh, thank you, Anne. I am almost done, y'all. I'm gonna put this on so you can see that cool background shine through, and we will be good. So I'm gonna do it a little bit different than I did before. I'm gonna pour it in my cup. I forgot I had these cups. And I'm gonna take my little spoon and drizzle it on here. And then y'all will really see that gold pop in the background, which is really cool. I could have added a little bit more, but y'all, I'm loving that. Hang on, then I'll show you. I just want to do the center of this one. I don't want to do all the edge of it like I did on the other. Y'all, I love this. Oh, y'all, I forgot I got my glue gun on. I need to glue that. Sorry, y'all. I thought I was almost done. I lied. Y'all see that gold in the back now? Look at that. Look at that gold with that white on there, with that clear coat. Hang on, let me get it. One little spot that when I just moved. Get that cure in real quick. Did y'all see that? Oh my gosh, that is gorgeous. Okay, let's do this one real quick. Move it over a little bit this way. You know what? We're going to be able to see that gold on this one too. Good deal. Hang on, y'all. Let me stick this one under here real quick because I got it kind of full. Oh, yay. I hope you enjoyed it. It doesn't take that long for this to cure. So let me, because these are pretty small. Let's see, one little spot. It is a UV resin light. I absolutely am obsessed with my UV resin light. I love it. Love it. I didn't use it for the longest time, and then yes, it is UV resin, and then I started using it and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love it. I'll hold this up in just a second. I just want to make sure it cures a little bit before I hold it up because like I said, we're just doing the inside of the UV resin, not the outside, and so I just want to make sure before I hold it up, that way it doesn't. I got a air bubble right there on that one. Yeah, we're gonna have a little bubble there. It'll be like the lake. I don't sweat the small stuff, guys. It's gonna happen. Don't sweat the small stuff. Okay. All right, y'all. How cute is that? Can y'all see the gold through there? It's gonna be shiny because it's got the resin on there. See the gold in that background? So all we did was paint a white, add some gold on that background, and super pretty. I got a little bubble down there at the bottom, but we're gonna say it's like a little bubble that she's swimming in. Not a big deal. Super pretty. And I think this one turned out really pretty after all of the faux pas on it. What do y'all think? Look how pretty that is. All right, let me glue our, y'all, I did make a little boo-boo, so I'm gonna fix this real quick. Got some white paint on one of my ones that I loved already because I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. So let me get that wiped off real quick. Where is, I got stuff all over my hands. I don't need to be licking my hands. The one I absolutely loved, I just stuck my white paintbrush on it. But you know what? It's gonna come right off. It's been sitting long enough, it's not gonna be a big deal. And then I'll just take some more gold or rubbing puff and put it on there. Easy to fix. So we've got that one back. I'm gonna put a little bit of the, I said gold and that silver, on that little corner that I just wiped off. Can't believe I did that, y'all. I put the other ones over there. I wasn't thinking. What just add a little more silver to all of it. Okay. Now, the whole purpose of this entertaining video was this part. Our nightlight. Where's the one that I put the light bulb in already? Here it is. Got our light bulb. Already got it in there. So I will most likely, I got some on the back too. I will most likely put E6000 on all of them, but I don't think, oh, I do have my E6000. Hang on. There's another brush. So we're going to use E6000 and hot glue. I'm going to figure out exactly where I want this. Right about there. Now I'm really going to make a mess. Put that right there. My paint's gonna fall. Okay. I wanted to get that attached, but I knew my paint was gonna fall. I may not have put enough hot glue on that, y'all, with that E6000, because that E6000 is gonna take a little while to dry. My brushes, they don't want to stay on the table. Okay. So we've got that attached to the back, y'all. And I know it's not dry 100% yet, but we're gonna pop that on there like that. And then, before I dropped it, y'all, I knew it wasn't dry. Y'all, hang on. We're gonna do that one more time. We're just gonna hot glue it. We're just gonna hot glue it, and then we can come back and take that off if we want to. I'm telling you, I'm having one of those nights, y'all. I wasn't fast enough a minute ago, and then I moved. And that is on there. I don't like using hot glue for projects like this, because in the long run that hot glue is going to move, but for this purpose, demonstration purpose, we'll heat it back up and take it off. There we go. There we go. So we have our little nightlight. So I will plug it in, turn it on for y'all, and show you what it looks like. But it's as simple as that, and that's on there this time. It's not going to fly off. But normally I would keep that E6000 on there to help it stick in the long run, y'all. Turn this off. Does anybody have any questions, y'all? We went through a lot tonight for our hour-and-a-half special live. So any of the molds available at Decoupage Central, so exclamation DC. The transfers, the gold gilded, are on sale right now for Black Friday special. I lost my computer a little while ago, so I will go back on there and, right, I know. So y'all, super cute, shiny, one of my faves. I don't even know which one is my favorite tonight. I love the goose, swan, just kind of recapping here. This little sweet piece, I'll drill a little hole, put a piece of wire. We've got this one for all year that we'll put a nightlight with that we can switch out. And then the sweet festive one right here as well, guys. So I hope y'all enjoyed tonight. Sorry we went over a little bit. Sorry I had to correct some things, but y'all, they're all happy accidents. They all end up turning out just fine. They're all beautiful. I would sell every one of them. I don't have any issues with the way they look. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys. I appreciate it. If you have any questions, drop them down below. Y'all know I love to help y'all and answer all your questions. So if you missed something, just comment on. I know, right, Jana? I know. So, you like the goose and the bulb. I know, the simplest ones, y'all. But like I said, I love these for night lights. I will drill the hole as soon as it's somewhere on my table. I know y'all are like, oh, really? It's on your table and you can't find it. Somewhere on my table, I will find it, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's with the hole in it for that. I got them off of Amazon. Thank you, Sharon. I know, it was like a class tonight, y'all. I told Terry, I said, I'm going to go teach my class now. Got a little informative class. So, yeah, I will see y'all tomorrow at 1 p.m. I hope y'all come back and hang out with me tomorrow. Tomorrow, 1 p.m., and then Tuesday at 8 p.m. So, I will see y'all later. And like I said, if you have any questions, let me know, guys. Y'all have a great evening. Bye.